The Talmud is a really important book in Jewish tradition. It's big and complicated, and it shows hundreds of years of scholarly debates. It's a guide to Jewish law, ethics, and culture. Imagine a conversation going on for generations. That's the Talmud. It's not just a rule book, it's full of stories and lessons and talks about law. These all mix together to teach us about being human. They wrestle with big questions about life, believing, and what's right and wrong. The Talmud's lessons go way beyond the classroom. Its teachings have shaped how Jewish people see themselves for a long, long time. And its wisdom still speaks to people from all walks of life. To really get Judaism, you have to explore the Talmud. In these old words, you'll find the heart and soul of a people. The Talmud can seem scary at first, but if you understand its two main parts, it gets easier. These parts are the Mishnah and the Gemara. The Mishnah is the main text. It's written in simple Hebrew. It gives the basic rules and ideas of Jewish life. Think of it like a list of laws, organized neatly by topic. The Gemara is all around the Mishnah. It's mostly in Aramaic. The Gemara is like notes and arguments about the Mishnah. It explains why the laws are the way they are. It looks at different ways to understand them. Imagine scholars arguing about each word of the Mishnah. The Gemara shows us this exciting intellectual back and forth. It gives us lots of ways to understand Jewish law. One of the main goals of the Talmud is to explain halakha. Halakha means the way to walk. It's all about Jewish law and rituals. The Talmud looks closely at lots of halakha topics. These include food rules called kashrut and how to keep the Sabbath called Shabbat. It explores laws about marriage, divorce, and family. It even talks about farming and business. With detailed arguments and explanations, the Talmud tries to give real-life advice for living a Jewish life. It tries to apply the Torah's wisdom to everyday situations. The Talmud doesn't just tell you what to do. It makes you think and really understand the law. It knows that life is full of surprises that need careful thought. Halakha is a big part of the Talmud, but there's more. Mixed in with the law are parts called Agadah. Agadah includes stories, moral lessons, and thoughts about God. Agadah is like the heart and soul of the Talmud. It makes the law come alive by showing how it relates to our lives. Agadah stories often talk about people from the Bible, rabbis, or even regular people facing tough choices. These stories have many purposes. They teach us about being good, explore ideas about God, and help us understand people. They are full of symbols, metaphors, and deep feelings. Section 5. A timeless tapestry of values. Besides halakha and agadah, the Talmud teaches important Jewish values that have lasted for generations. Respect for learning. The Talmud says education is super important. Studying Torah is like a sacred job. Justice and compassion. The Talmud wants us to be fair and care for those in need. It fights for the poor, orphans, and widows. Ethical conduct. The Talmud says to be good in everything you do. Honesty, integrity, and kindness are the most important. Community and responsibility. The Talmud says community and helping each other are important. It teaches that we must care for each other and build a fair world. These values all through the Talmud give us a moral compass for life. Section 6. Echoes of the Talmud in daily life. The Talmud's lessons go way beyond school. Its teachings are part of Jewish life, shaping customs, rituals, and choices. The food rules many Jews follow today come from the Talmud's talks about kashrut. The Shabbat rituals, from lighting candles to dinner, are rooted in the Talmud's ideas about Sabbath. More than just specific actions, the Talmud's focus on being good guides Jews in how they treat others. Its lessons on business, relationships, and social responsibility are still important today. Section 7. A living dialogue across generations. The Talmud isn't a dusty old book. It's alive. Jews still study and debate it today. In Jewish schools and study halls around the world, students wrestle with the same questions their ancestors did long ago. New ideas come up as each generation sees the Talmud in its own way. This ongoing conversation keeps the Talmud fresh and relevant for Jewish life today. The Talmud connects us to our ancestors through shared wisdom. Section 8 does conclusion, a wellspring of enduring wisdom. The Talmud is a huge achievement of Jewish thought and spirit. It's big and complicated, hard to sum up, but at its core, it explores what it means to live a good and meaningful life. Its mix of law, stories, and ethics still inspires and challenges us. It helps us understand Jewish law and tradition. It teaches us about being human in a way that goes beyond time and culture. If you want to explore Jewish wisdom, the Talmud is an endless source. It takes patience, hard work, and an open mind, but the rewards are huge. Inside are the keys to the lasting wisdom of a people and their faith.